Lumpy decided to collapse. That's weird. I've never seen that when they're broken to collapse.
In the year 5500, 3 escape pods crashed on a RimWorld planet, the only survivors of a cryoship destroyed in the atmosphere of that remote world. They were a known radical named Stefan, a barkeep called Jumper, and Marcus, a teenager who dreamed of being an engineer. The unlikely trio found themselves alone in an icy wasteland, and would have to survive together, or perish alone in the tundra of a RimWorld. This documentary makes use of audio diaries, photographs, and videos taken by the actual colonists, as well as dramatic reenactments, to document their struggle and the dedication and sacrifice of the colonist that joined them, affectionately known as Lumpy.
I was a barmaid when I went into cryo. I'd hoped to find a better life on another planet. I woke up in the snow with 2 survivors. One of them was just a kid. We never knew what happened to the ship. I remember the first night after we set up camp, Marcus went for a walk in the snow. He got frostbite, and it turned into an infection. Marcus was an engineer, and Stefan was a Luddite. We had to do something about Marcus, and I was the only one to do it. The next morning I operated on the infected doe. The conditions were terrible, and Marcus died. He was only 15.
A Luddite? Me? Who told you that? You saying I sabotaged the cryoship? I was asleep, eh? Whatever happened to that big O? We never did find it. What's that all about?
I was going to bury the body when Stefan saw someone coming through the snow, wearing nothing but a parka.
First time I saw Lumpy, he was half naked, but I could tell by his toque that he wasn't a threat. He said he was a surgeon from off-world. His name was Lumpy Patel. He saw that we were stranded, and he wanted to help. You could tell he was an optimist. We were all on the ice sheet, together. We accepted him into our colony.
In the weeks to come, the growing colony would come to rely on Lumpy's optimism. Former prisoner from the Wales tribe recalls.
I'll never forget the first time I met Lumpy. He asked if I was all right, and did I need anything? And I asked him if something had crawled in his mouth and died. They kept me in that prison a long time. I would have held out longer if I had known they were drinking their own piss. Things had gotten that bad.
I was being chased by a pirate and I begged the colony to help me, but there was no reply. If it wasn't for some wandering villagers, I would be dead. Now I work mining steel for the colony. I'm just glad they didn't put me in prison. There was talk of eating the prisoners.
I'm not sure whose idea it was. We were running low on food, and there were only a handful of us. It was a time to make sacrifices. Each of us had to look deep within ourselves. We knew we couldn't survive without food, and the decision had to be made which passing villager would go on the menu.
Jumper tried to take care of the prisoners, but someone stopped her feeding them. In the end, it wasn't Jumper, but Lumpy that did it. Lumpy did it because no one else would.
Details are sketchy, but evidence and testimonials bear witness to the colonists' desperation. Desperation that turned them to that most terrible hobby of cannibalism.
Sometimes people would stop by for dinner, and then sometimes we'd stop people and have them for dinner. So it was. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. No one wanted to miss a meal. But afterwards, we all felt very low, and we all had the terrible thought, what would we have for pudding?
What an amazing sunset.
Have you ever wondered why we're here, Jumper?
Bad telemetry.
I mean here on this planet.
Probably the catalyzer blew up.
I mean, don't you wonder if there is some greater purpose to us being here?
What do you mean?
Lumpy, I want you to hear this too. No one is coming to rescue us. We think we're stranded here, but we're not. Not really.
What are you saying?
I think I know why I am here. I was a destroyer. But I will be a builder. I will build, and in my building I will achieve greatness. And when I have achieved that, I can leave. We can, all of us leave. We will build our own ship. But I can't do it alone. I had to crash on this world to learn that.
Jings. Well, I don't want to die here either, so I'll help.
And you can count on me.
And me.
Thanks, guys. We can build what we need out of solid rock, grow food hydroponically, and harness thermal vents for power.
What are we talking about?
Then all we need to do is build a cryo ship.
What?
While defending ourselves against attack from homicidal tribes dedicated to destroying us.
How hard could it be? I'm sure we'll be fine.
Can we go inside now? It's minus 17 Celsius outside. That's 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit for you in the States.